Oh, good morning, Facebook. How are you? Welcome to another live edition of Face Talk of Real Time. Real Talk. Oh my goodness, sorry. I was caught off guard. But welcome to another session of Real Talk. I am Chrishna, Bowe, your host for this morning. And today, as we always do, we have a very, very informative and beneficial, and in my case, unbelievable show for you today. We are going to be talking about massage therapy and the benefits of massage therapy, not only on your physical body, but also on your emotional body and on your emotional mind. And for most of us, you know that we have seek with Real Talk to really bring to the forefront mental health awareness. And in doing that, we come to every show with some type of way in which we can assist you to really live a life of fulfillment, live a life of wholeness, live a life where your mind is in the right space, because we recognize that when the mind is not right, nothing about your life is right. And for those of you, you know that there are many persons in the community, myself included, who would have experienced anxiety, depression, and all of these other mental ailments that can really wreak havoc on your life. So, having said all that, I just want to say a big, great thank you to my partners, and that is none other than Richie's Calypso. Richie's Calypso is your family-friendly shoe store. They have been in business for over 40 years. And if you've lived in Grand Bahama for a minute, you know who they are. So go down to Richie's Calypso. Let Rhonda and the girls, check you out, give you whatever you need. They have sizes starting from infant sizes straight up to the basketball player size 15. So, having said that, I want to get into introducing you to my beautiful guest that I have in studio with me this morning. So, I have with me Lauren Miller, who is a certified massage therapist. And Lauren is going to be educating us on the many benefits of massage therapy and how we can use it to better our lives. So, good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, and how are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. We're going to get the camera on Lauren, and there we go. Good. Nice to have you with us.
And it's a pleasure being here. Thank you.
Good. We've known each other for a while. We attend the same church.
Yes.
So I know that this massage therapy is your thing. So I just want you to go ahead and let our audience know how long you've been in business, exactly what is it that you do, and, we will go from there.
Well, I want to say thank you for inviting me on the show this morning, and it had to been from God because I had so much obstacles in my way this morning before the show, but I'm here. So I just want to say thank you once again. And yes, my name is Lauren Miller, and I am a massage therapist, and I've been a massage therapist since 2000, giving quality and professional service in the massage field. Yes.
Okay, so where are you located, Lauren?
Well, I'm located on East Atlantic Drive and GB Fitness Gym. My spa is right there, and I've been there since 2009.
Okay.
Yes.
So for the that's 10 years.
That's 10 years I've been there.
And you've been in the business now. That's 19 years if my math is correct.
Yes, I started out at the Alukaya.
Right.
For some years there as a supervisor, massage therapist supervisor.
Okay.
And then afterwards, this is where I end up on my own since 2009.
Okay,
Yes.
well that's awesome to hear. And for me, with the show, we felt the need to bring Lauren on because in my journey, experiencing all the mental and emotional stresses that have occurred in the last couple of years, I've tried my best to educate myself, and with the help of others, friends and family members in my life, it's been a journey trying to determine what to do, what not to do, how to get myself in an emotionally balanced and well place. And having the anxiety and depression, I was forced to do that because At one point, it debilitated me and it prevented me from really living life. And that is the unfortunate thing about the depression or the anxiety or any other mental illness for that fact. It can really debilitate you. So I've kind of made it my mantra as I learn stuff to impart stuff to my guests. And that is how I started to realize the benefits of massage therapy. Because for most of you, you know, me included, we didn't grow up very privileged.
Yes.
And
Myself too.
you know, when you heard the word massage, I always think of the rich folk.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was something for the rich, you know, something that only people who had money would do, or, you know, you do it as a treat, just to maybe as a gift for someone, but nothing to connect with physical or emotional well-being, you know, because I would say if you're going for massage, oh man, you like slackness. Right? And that's what I always thought. I compared it to, okay, you know, like a rich person buying a luxury car or living in a luxury home. To me, the massage went with all of that. And I now realize that I was very ignorant in my view, and that I was very incorrect in that view. And I realize as I get older and the bones are not as supple as they used to be, and the body, you know, the body is starting to age gracefully, that this massage thing is really way above my head, and it's much more beneficial than we can ever imagine.
Definitely.
You know, so for my persons that are watching, I want to continue to ask you to share the program. This is a lot of information that we're going to be giving you, and you know, we have a lot of people out there struggling, not even only for those that may be in an actual mental crisis such as anxiety, depression, but they just may be very, very stressed. You know, life is not easy, and it gets very stressful. We have so much we're doing. You know, it's the job, and it's the kids, and it's work, and it's church, and it's all these different things. And as a result of that, we become, I think, generally speaking, our society lives a very stressful life.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, it reminds me of when I read, you know, before the light bulb was invented, you know, man had to rest with the sun. Because you can't see much after that. You know, but, you know, man and our wisdom and in all the gifts and talents that God has given us, I think we've strayed a bit from God's intention for us, and technology and all the things that came with it brought with it some disadvantages. And one of the things I think that came with is a lack of rest, which I think leads to a lot of stress.
Yes, definitely.
Right, in our lives. So, having said that, Lauren, I want you to dive in deep. We're going to first talk about the many physical benefits, and it is crazy, people. I mean, the more I learn, I say, boy, let me tell you something. With Real Talk, you know, we believe that knowledge is power. And once you have that power, you can now use that to transform your life so that you can live your best life. And today, I'm hoping that this is what the show does for you, as all of our other shows, you know, endeavor to do. So, physical benefits, Lauren. How does your massage therapy, how does coming to you, how is that going to help me physically, apart from me just feeling good for an hour?
Well, massage therapy is an overall general well-being. So it has so many benefits. We would be here all day going through the benefits.
Well, give us a couple.
So I'll definitely just list some of them, and we can talk about them to the extent of the time we have. But I want to say, like I said, so many. And we'll start off with, it helps stimulate the blood circulation because, you know, some people don't exercise and the blood is just, you know, there. And it helps to stimulate your blood, help with circulation, and help the lymphatic. So once your blood is stimulated and circulating properly, you're on to good health. You see?
Because I was going to tell you, and see, I always have to, I don't mean to be rude, but I always have to interrupt my professional guests, because, you know, we be trying to break it down for our audience. So when you say it circulates the blood and it starts to get the lymphatic system going, what does that mean, like in layman terms?
Well, okay, your blood is not just staying there. It's moving around and it's going where it needs to go. If it needs to go to the heart, if it needs to go various places in the body, you see. Sometimes it may be sluggish, so it's stimulated and helps it to go where it needs to go so the body can function.
And function at its maximum.
Definitely.
So if we get enough heart and enough blood going to the
Pumping
heart,
to the heart,
enough blood going to the lungs, enough blood going to the different limbs, we're going to find that we are going to feel better because those organs are getting the supply of blood that they need.
Definitely, the lymphatic help with cleaning and all of that, the system of your body. So definitely circulation and stimulation of the blood helps when you have a massage. Definitely.
That is awesome.
And then we'll move to metabolic waste, because of course we eat, we drink, whatever, and it helps build up metabolic waste in our system, our body system.
Right.
So the massage helps to remove those waste out of our body. So that's why when you would go to a massage therapist, they would say, well, drink a lot of water after your massage because it comes out in your urine. You see, it breaks down in the body, breaks out of the tissues, out of the muscles, and it goes into the body system. And when you drink the water, it comes out in your urine.
Wow, so it's really a good detoxing.
Definitely good detoxing, because you know you feel tense and tight sometimes, these hard areas, and once you get your massage, they kind of soften up, and all of that impurities, all of that metabolic waste, the lactic acid goes into the body system now. And when you drink the water, it flushes out in your urine.
Wow.
So we encourage you to drink a lot of water after your massage. Even if you do drink, we ask you to drink extra amount that day after your massage.
Wow. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of good information. I just want to say, give them a little shout out to the little Facebook mentions, you know. And I see all our Dean is watching. We got Welly. Yeah, Welly from the Rocks. Hey, Welly. We got Kayla. Agnes over there in the U.S. We got the U.S. in the house. My aunt is watching, Annie Thelma. And of course, my good old faithful Nora friend. In my ride or die, eh? We got Yasmin. And I see Ariana, Demetrius Wallace, Monique. That's my 8 Mile Rock person too. Reese. I think Reese is watching from Nassau. Hey, girl. And Janelle and Barbara. And I just want to thank you all. My mother-in-law, who's old faithful too. Miss Patton is watching from Boston. And I just wanted to say, too, I saw that Agnes made a comment. She said she agrees with what is being said. On a quarterly basis, a group of my close friends take time out for a girls' day that includes a mud bath, a massage to relax, and me time. It's crucial to relieving stress and pressure. So true, Agnes. So we want to ask you to continue, because this is interesting stuff.
Okay.
I'm kind of shocked, even though I brought you on, right? I'm still surprised at I did not realize the detoxing process was also, you know.
It helps with detox as well. And Agnes spoke about pressure. It helps with high blood pressure as well. And you know, a lot of us Bahamians walking around with high blood pressure.
Yes, high blood pressure is a big problem for our community.
So it helps definitely with high blood pressure, and of course, joint flexibility. You see, joint flexibility, you know, some of us say, oh, we're just getting old and my joints are, no, you need a massage. You need a massage. And
when you say joint flexibility, you mean like, okay, if you can't touch your toes, or you can't, you know.
And you wake up feeling like
stiff?
Extra old and stiff, and, you know, and that's consistently.
Okay. Wow.
Of course, it increased the range of motion. You see, a lot of people don't have a lot of range.
And you know what? Before you continue too, Lauren, I do want to point out that hypertension, like you said, is a real big problem in the Bahamian community. And doctors refer to it as the silent killer people. I think so many people have it that we've actually kind of not thought of it as seriously as we should. And you see people having kidney failure. You see people having heart attacks. You see people having strokes. I know for sure, I'm not a doctor, but I know for sure those 3 things most times can be a direct symptom or a direct result of having hypertension. So I just want to mention that, you know, For those of you who do have hypertension, or if you want to ensure that you do not get hypertension, you really need to familiarize yourself with a lot of the things that can prevent that, because it is the silent killer. We see a lot of people have cancer and we say, oh wow, cancer is rampant. But guess what? If you check the statistics, and I have done this, and you can ask any doctor you know, cancer is not the number one killer with Bahamians.
Yeah.
It's
That's true.
preventable diseases. And the preventable diseases are the diabetes, the hypertension, things that sometimes they're genetic, you can do nothing about it. But many times, lifestyle, the way you eat, the way you drink, even maybe doing stuff like incorporating massages, because we'll say the massage is expensive, but we'll sure go and pay $150 for a pair of shoes.
Okay.
So, it's about prioritizing people, and we got to keep ourselves well, because this is our temple.
Yeah.
This is the only body we have, and we don't want to live a life of pain and discomfort because, we're so out of shape, or we're plagued with illnesses that can be avoided. So I just kind of wanted to put that footnote in there that, we really need to consider massage therapy, even for stuff like that, So go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you know about our therapist quote. If anybody has a body, they can benefit from a massage.
I believe that with all the stuff you're telling me.
So definitely. So I'll move on to how massage helps to loosen up tension areas. And usually you would call it the shoulders, the trapezius muscles. Would you call it the shoulder muscles?
Okay.
That holds so much tension. And you don't realize you're walking around like this all day. You feel like something heavy. It's tension. And people hold tension, people hold stress there, people, they're knots. And the massage helps to break those knots up, release the tension in there, because this is the most tension area on one person's body.
Okay.
That's what
So
I
say
I find that.
They have you hear that saying, the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yes.
Maybe.
So that helps with massage. Help is so beneficial. You don't have to go all out for the whole hour. We have half an hour treatments where you can get a back, neck, and shoulder, and that's very beneficial. I have persons who come to me once a week, once a month, but to be practical, a massage can be done once every 6 weeks. And I'm sure if you prioritize, you can afford a $45, $50 massage once every 6 weeks.
Right.
You see?
Right, yeah.
Because like you say, we go and buy $100 or $150 shoes, and we forget our bodies.
Right.
The one body that God gave us.
Yes. Okay, all right. So are there any other physical benefits, or that's the bulk of that? You want to quickly list some, because I'm looking and you had a long list over here.
Yes.
And I want people to know, so.
It creates a sense of well-being, and that ties into the emotional well-being, because emotional well-being is a positive sense of well-being, which enables any one of us to be able to function in society, and meet the demands of everyday life.
Right.
And some of the things we have to do in society to function, I would say, is a massage and deep relaxation. Deep relaxation helps us to function. And massage therapy definitely helps with that, because relaxation do matters. People think, it doesn't matter. It does matter. So and massage helps with deep relaxation and overall general well-being.
Right. One of the things that I learned through the years, and one of the things I learned going through what I went through, is lack of relaxation, lack of rest really can bring on some of these emotional crises that we have. Because when you cannot de-stress, when you cannot find time to relax, when you cannot find time to rest your mind and your body, it now gives room for you to develop anxiety and to develop depression. A lot of people don't realize that, but many times depression and anxiety comes on the heels of too much stress and not enough rest.
Yes.
So I only say that, and I continue to say this as I, as I do the show, because I don't want anybody to go through what it is that I went through. It's such a horrible experience, and if you can avoid it, I think you should. So that's why I like to put these tips out there, because we don't realize how much of an effect, negative effect, living a constant stressed out life and a constant life with lack of rest and relaxation can do to us until you crash.
Yes.
And that is what happens to a lot of women. You go through life moving. You don't find this time to do what you need to do to take care of you. Yeah. And then one day, and a lot of women, a lot of people who've actually experienced anxiety, they have some similar experiences. Like one day it just happened.
Yes.
Like one day I just felt like, oh my God, and I got afraid, or I just started to get real down. And it reminds me of, my husband says it sometimes, it's like the camel that breaks the straw. Is that, the straw that breaks the camel's back. That breaks the camel's back.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, some of us don't realize it until it's happening. But I want those who are out there who have not gone through any type of mental crisis to realize that you can, with certain measures, stop yourself from going through. And if you're already going through, Lord help you, Lord be with you, to help us through it. But you can also use this to try and get you back to a place where you can be emotionally, well.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to put that in there. Janelle is saying, Janelle, you're a massage therapist? I didn't know that. Janelle is saying, I have been a massage therapist for 17 years. LOL, getting old. We'll keep your age between us. But I used to offer a specific areas, as she's talking about now, even places on the body, just like the stomach, head, neck, etc. And then there are things like reflexology.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
so
a different type of massage.
Okay, so we're gonna go into that when I ask you the different type of massages. And okay, I didn't know that, but you see, all right. So Janelle obviously understands the benefits of it, having been in the field.
She must have a lot of experience.
Okay, so let's go. Let's continue going on this list of physical, and then we're gonna get into the different types and the benefits and all of that.
And you spoke about mental health, and I just want to read something. Therapeutic massage has many application and variations because it's used for health promotion as well as for curative aspects. Therapeutic massage surfaces an area related to mental and emotional well-being. You see, so that evolves around mental and emotional and physical.
Okay, so on that note, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna continue this very okay, we're not going to take a break.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, all right. So let's continue on. I had some misinformation there. So let's continue on. You were reading about the therapeutic benefits.
And one of the benefits, it also relieves stress. You see, definitely a big help with stress.
Yes,
definitely. You can do a trigger point massage if you have a certain stress area,
right? And
that releases the stress in that area,
right?
And it helps the energy to flow.
Right.
You see, so it's different. It benefits overall, but you can have specific areas that you work to let specific benefits happen to your body.
Right, and it's good that you said that, and I'm just putting in my little tidbits as you go along, because when you said it can help to alleviate stress, I do not think we realize just how massive an impact stress has on our lives. In fact, biology is now catching up with this. For many years, there's been thought to be a correlation between stress and diseases, a lot of these things that we get. And now it's like a proven fact. You can check it out for yourself, but stress is actually at the crux of a lot of diseases that we experience. So when you think about, I don't need to do that because I can handle my stress, think again. Because A lot of things we do experience are as a result of having a high stress level or living a continuously stressed life. We know that there will be periods in your life when you may be stressed, but it should not be a lifestyle.
That's right.
And it brings on a lot of these things, hypertension, which can then bring on a lot of other stuff. To me, it brings on a lot of body aches, it brings on fatigue, lack of energy, headaches. There's a multitude. It can actually, they're now getting to the point where they're thinking that it can contribute even to a lot of major diseases, even like cancer and lupus. You know, that's why when you're going through these treatments, if you have cancer, one of the things they try to encourage you to do is reduce your stress levels. They talk about keeping the mind in a good place because they realize that there is a direct correlation with the mind and the body. So even though you may think that this is just a mind thing, really the mind and the body work cohesively, you know? So I just wanted to put that out there. And I think Janelle, Janelle says, gotta run, but please talk about baby massage right after baby's born. The therapist teaches the parents how to massage baby to help bonding. This helps postpartum depression. Good point. So as we go through, you know, you can elaborate on that.
And you spoke about the mind and massage, a therapeutic massage, massage therapy, therapeutic massage restores and calms the mind, you see? And it also helps with the immune system. You know, we sometimes have coughs and colds and all of that stuff. It's an overall general health and well-being. So you can't lose with having massage. You only can win when you have a massage, you see. So definitely I encourage people to get on board and take care of their bodies much better, you know, because the benefits that really works.
And for those of us that are specifically, for those that are specifically suffering from any type of mental illnesses, especially the anxiety, the depression, do you get a lot of clients who are going through that? And what type of regimen do you suggest for that person in particular? Because I know there are people who are just stressed. That's different from dealing with a condition such as anxiety or depression, something that's been ongoing or chronic. So what do you suggest for that person?
Well, definitely I would suggest regular massages. I would suggest quiet time. I would suggest exercising. You know, that helps with emotional well-being as well. Soaks, hot soaks, stretching, all of that helps with the body system, with the mind, with the mental, you know, issues they're having. So I would definitely suggest things like that, you know, quiet time, read, just time for yourself. You see, time for yourself.
And how often would you say that person should come in and have some type of massage? And what type of massage would you say? Because I realize, and I'm going to ask you to tell us the different types of massages that you do, but I realize that there are lots of different types of massages. What would you recommend?
For that person who has that mental issue, I would suggest relaxation, nothing deep, nothing like a deep tissue massage. I would suggest a Swedish relaxation, which is an overall general well-being. It's relaxing, it's nice to the touch. It's soothing. You know, we work with long strokes in that particular massage. And also the warm stone massage is very good too. That brings heat to the body, you know. Us women, we like heat. Yeah, we like sitting in hot water.
Yeah, we always
and all of
hot.
that. So yeah, that's so good on the achy areas, the tight areas, the stiff areas, the sore areas. That heat actually just works its way in there and soothes out that achy and all that tight feeling and that painful feeling. So I would suggest Swedish relaxation massage, warm stone massage.
And how often would you suggest that?
Well,
for a person that's going through a really, really hard emotional time.
Well, I personally have patients who come to me once a week.
Once a week, okay.
Or every 2 weeks. You know, because you can do things in between, because you don't have all that money to be coming every week or every 2 weeks. So you can do things in between, like I said, the hot soaks, the stretching, the exercise, the quiet time, the reading, and all of that stuff. You know, but to be practical, you can have a massage like once every 6 weeks. You know, 5-6 weeks. But people do it more often if they feel the need for the stress.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like, even with my situation, I'm thinking that I would need it a bit more often, especially when you feel like anxiety levels are high or you are experiencing depression. I would think that you would need to go, if you can afford it, go a bit more often. So we are going to take a commercial break, and when we return, Lauren, I want you to tell us about the different type of massages that you do. Okay, and then we'll go from there. So we will be right back.
So, what's your fancy? Ladies, how about medium and wide with stress pumps, sling bags, flats, wedges, sandals, tennis, nursing shoes, career kicks, and Crocs? Men, check out our dress and casual shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, work boots, and water shoes. And for children, dress shoes, casual, school shoes, tennis, cleats, sandals, ballet, jazz, christening, and bedroom shoes. So complete your look in Richie's Calypso.
Okay, welcome back, Facebook. I am Chrishna Bowe, and you are tuned into Real Talk, which is just as it says, Real Talk. And today we are talking about the multiple benefits that massage therapy can provide. And for those of you who are familiar with the show, or even if you're not, we take mental health seriously on Real Talk, and we try to impart knowledge to you as to how you can be emotionally whole and emotionally well. And today is no different. So we're coming from the aspect now of how does massage therapy really benefit you physically and also mentally. And we're here with Lauren Miller, who is a certified massage therapist. She's given us a lot of good information so far. And one of the things that I've now asked her to go into is the different types of massages that you offer, and also what would you, when you say the massage, you tell me what that massage you think is most beneficial for.
Okay. Well, I spoke about the Swedish relaxation massage, which
Right.
is overall well-being.
Right.
Help with tension, stress, release of toxins, lactic acid, metabolic waste, all of that. And then you have the warm stone massage, which helps with sore, achy muscles. You see?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, sore, achy, because the heat kind of warms that area and soothes that area.
Okay.
So, and then you have the deep tissue massage for persons who may need a stronger, firmer type massage to get into those muscles. They may have old injuries or just need to break down those knots even quicker than the normal person. So you'll get down into the muscles and work a little deeper so they can feel less of the pain that they're going through even quicker. You see?
Okay.
So that helps with pain, aches, old injuries, like I said. Then you have a muscle relief massage, and it's just like what it says, muscle relief massage. It helps with the muscles because if the muscles are sore, the muscles are tight, the muscles are tired, that kind of revive them and bring life back to them. Then you have the athletic massage. And most of the athletes who come to me would use that massage. Yeah, because it has a lot of stretching in it. It has some Swedish massage in it, so it's incorporate two types of massage in it. So they get the benefit of stretching, which they really need a lot of stretching. The athletes, they need a lot of stretching for flexibility and range of motion.
Right.
And then they also need the Swedish relaxation for overall.
Right.
Because they need to release those lactic acids because they're athletes and they're moving, they're doing this every day, running, bicycling, cycling, whatever have you.
Right.
You know, so they would use that massage. And then, of course, the reflexology. And the reflex,
which is what Janelle mentioned.
she mentioned that, and she seemed to like that one because that one you can use that just on the feet, but it works the entire body. You see?
So what happens? Only the feet is being touched?
Well, you can use the palm of your hand as well. But most therapists would work the feet. Most therapists work the feet.
So a good old
And,
foot rub.
yes, and we use pressure point on the feet. If you may have sinus, we would go closer to the toe, between the toe, and we'd work that pressure area
For sinus?
for sinus.
Really?
Yeah, to clear up your sinus. Yeah, so it has a lot of
And
that.
it works.
Yes. Stomach issues, we would go to the corner of your feet, and we would put pressure there and work that area to loosen up your stomach or whatever pains
So
or
reflexology
constipation.
really is a very healing type of massage.
Yeah, it's specific. It's
Right.
specific. It's specific. If you have constipation, or then you would get down to the bottom of the feet and look for the area where you was taught to work for constipation, so you can free up that person of constipation.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. And what about what Janelle said about the baby?
Yeah, the parent to baby. Well, that helps with bonding as well, and that's a nurturing touch for the child and the mother.
Right,
Okay,
because
and
I think what she was saying, if I'm not mistaken, is that what that can do is actually help the mother with postpartum depression,
definitely.
which so many of us do experience. I've had 3 children, and I did experience postpartum depression with all of them, where you just feel, so out of it and so down for a couple of weeks, But I never realized that, massaging my baby could help alleviate some of that.
Yeah, definitely. And massaging your baby and yourself, and it's important to massage yourself before the baby comes. So yes.
So pregnant women
massage, yeah, we have that as
Right,
well. We do that as
okay.
well. And that's a bond for the mother and the child.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
a bond for the mother and the
Wow,
child. Because of
okay.
course the child is feeling all of that. The
Yes.
mother is feeling good.
Yes, I
Mhm.
am learning a lot here with you, Lauren, today. I hope that you are as well, and that we can incorporate these techniques into our lifestyle so that we can live better lives. That's what it's really all about. And I just wanted to point out, we were talking off air, but I was telling Lauren that what I realized, and it seems to be a trait of those who experience a lot of stress, or if they're having anxiety or panic attacks, or if they're in a depression, I don't know what it is, but you seem to have a lot of kinks, a lot of aches, a lot of muscle stuff going on. And one of the things in my research, what I realized was that for some reason, and I'm coming to my own conclusion, that because when you're going through anxiety, the body is in what we call fight or flight mode, and your body is only designed to be in that mode for a very short period of time.
Short period, yes.
But a person who is experiencing anxiety or even depression for an extended period of time, let's say 2 weeks, a month, 6 months, a year, even years, you find that you have all these kinks. Like, I feel like I have a lot of kinks going on. Some days I wake up and it's my neck, or it is the shoulder, or it's the back, or Lord, poor Cliff, because I always begging, and I realized that a lot of that is as a result of the anxiety.
Yeah.
You don't think of that. So even with that, it's a good idea if you find that you're going through anxiety or depression, and you are really having all of these different kinks and muscle aches, nothing may be wrong per se. You may just need to get a massage.
That's it, yeah. Definitely, yeah.
And I wanted to point that out because sometimes they go, if there's something going on with the neck, sometimes all you need is a massage
yeah.
because it's as a result of the mental experience that you're having that's bringing on the physical symptoms.
And it's general too. It's the massage therapy is general well-being. I can't stop saying that.
Right.
It helps with everything. Helps with your sleep pattern.
Right.
It helps
So
with
it's great for insomnia as well.
definitely.
Right.
Anxiety, your sleep pattern, flexibility. It helps with so many things. And I just want to interject and read this right
Please
here.
do. Okay.
And this is a touchy-feely health advice. Massage may add years to your life, according to a new study in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine. People who went for a single deep tissue massage showed an average 7-point drop in both their systolic and diastolic pressure, as well as an 11 beat per minute decrease in their resting heart rate. Over time, these subtractions could add as many as 6 years to a person's lifespan, says the study author Alan Kay, who is a medical doctor with a PhD. The benefit of massage actually lasts for days, and the more you experience them, the more likely your body is to adjust permanently. So who don't want to live longer?
Are you serious?
You want an extra 6 years? Why
Yes,
not? Who don't
yes,
want an
of
extra 6
course.
years?
Of course.
You see? So the doctor is saying he's recommending a
Because
massage.
they're now making, I think because the massage de-stresses you, it gets you in general state of well-being, and I think this causes you to be less physically challenged.
Definitely.
Because I can say, based on what I've experienced, listen yourself, when that mind starts to go south and you start dealing with, a truckload of stress, or you start to get to a point where you start to have anxiety and listen, that wreaks havoc on your body.
Definitely.
You can actually feel it. I can actually feel it. And if I have an especially rough time, I feel like somebody just beat me up.
Yeah.
It's physically exhausting.
Yeah.
So I can see where the correlation between getting the massages can add years to your life, because hopefully you can eliminate some of those symptoms.
Definitely.
Or you can eliminate some of that stuff happening to your body,
yeah.
by being in a less stressful state.
And you know, Chrishna, you spoke about anxiety a lot, and we spoke about pressure, high blood pressure. And just this morning, during my exercise workout at the gym, I had 2 friends of mine, and one came in after my workout, and she and I started to talk after I did the class, and I was just on the treadmill. And she came in and she was talking about her anxiety, you know, how she's going through this anxiety.
It's a terrible,
and
terrible
you know,
experience.
it's pounding, and
The
you
heart
know,
is pounding,
yeah.
yes,
And then the other one on the side of me was telling me about how many years she was on the pressure pills.
Right.
So you know,
It's
this,
real.
It's real. It's real.
And it's rampant in Freeport, and I know this by the amount of personal messages I'm getting in my inbox. You know, I just decided to be open about what I was going through, and in doing so, so many people. I think one Facebook post in particular that I had done an interview with a station had about, the last time I checked, and that was a couple of months back, had about 80,000 views.
Wow.
80,000 views in this little Bahama land.
80,000.
Yes, because what happened is so many people are going through anxiety, are going through depression, are experiencing a lot of stress-induced